Okay, so hopefully this works. We just did an update and my mic level looks okay on here. We'll find out. I'll check this when it gets done. This isn't going to be a long one. If the mic doesn't work, I'll just do it again. So today was my first green day in a while. I've been struggling for weeks now. I keep getting chopped up. I'm running tighter stops. Uh, the uh, the rules with Apex have always been the same. The rules haven't changed, but I've tightened up my stops because I've just been basically blowing up too many accounts. I haven't even gotten those MAE warnings from Apex. I haven't been breaking the rules or anything. I just tightened up my stops because I'm just blowing up too much. I'm taking too much risk. I was risking too much on each trade, and I also would add to them. So I was having too big of stops, and then I'm adding too much, and I'm just losing too much when I lose, and I had to tighten it up. So yeah, taking a lot more losses than I used to, uh, and I'm also cutting it off quickly instead of revenge trading. Um, Take a couple losses, call it a day. Basically, that's how it's been for basically the last couple weeks. Uh, so I had last night. I had an order in, and I saw basically I saw we were looking like we were going to go down, and in the evening we had flattened out here, and I had seen my wife actually had along that she'd gotten stopped out on this dip down here, and this was not convincing at all. And I saw that we started to make this bounce going in towards midnight, and I had placed an order at 415, actually right around where we're at right now, where the market's trading right now. This yellow line shows the current price line. Uh, my short, I took a short at about 415. I had put a limit order up here at 415. I think I put it in there right after this dip down here stopped my wife out. So what is this, 10:30 here? Yeah, somewhere around 10:30, 11 o'clock. I put in a short for up here at 415, and I got lucky. I had a 100-point stop, 100-point winner. This top tick up here was like 410. What is it? Or five, I mean 510. Oh, 506, 506. This up here, my stop was 515. So this 506, I got within 9 points, about thereabout. I don't think this is real precise what I'm touching here, but about 10 points basically from getting stopped out, and reverses, and down here in this drop, I got my 100 points. So from 415 back down to 315, and I got my 100 point take profit, and I was up a couple $100, one micro, just one micro. So that was on one account last night, and then today, uh, in the morning, I took a little trade. Uh, I think I took a short earlier this morning. I think I took a short down into here, got a little bit. Uh, or no, I didn't take that. That's right. I was going to take the short, and I didn't take that, and I waited. And then in the afternoon, I actually went to a different account instead of staying on the other account that I had done this evening overnight short. I went to a different account, and on the end of day here, going into the 1 o'clock, I was suspecting a bounce. I don't know. I just had a feeling the way the book was looking. There was a bunch of orders after hours. There's all these sell orders up in this, going up into this 300 again. We were coming down into the close, and it wasn't like strong selling. I mean, Delta was totally flat. Uh, they were pulling it down. It was kind of a grind down, and then right after 1 o'clock, buyers started stepping up, and then of course Trump announces something again about the war, and everybody believes it, and bam, it jumps up, and then I think there's some hesitation now. Well, maybe he's lying again, like he always does. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe they're actually doing a ceasefire this time. Maybe Iran is actually talking this time. The last time he said it, Iran was like, no, we didn't talk to him. I mean, he did this before with Ukraine and other stuff. He lies about so many things. Oh, we're talking in talks with these people, and then the other country says, no, we're not talking to him. He says, we worked out a trade deal with this country, and they're like, we didn't talk to him. So he's done this so many times already. It's ridiculous. But the pumps keep coming every time he tweets something about ceasefire, ending the war in Iran, breaking up the war in Iran. Then they're trying to pump it a bit, and oil dump too. When they announced it, they had the big few dollars on oil right away. So we'll see how this stuff plays out, how this works out. But I thought it was interesting on the pump up. I drew this yellow 550 marker here from weeks ago. We've been chopping for weeks, and it touched that perfect, and then 150 point pullback off of that level. 150 point pullback, 150 points back up, 150, almost 200 points back down. So very dangerous in those after hours when Trump tweeted that. He keeps doing these after hours tweets. So like the after hours usually is like lower risk. That's how it used to be. Just a few years ago, it used to be that after hours was lower risk, and you could my wife she still does play quite a bit of after hours. I don't play as much. I used to do it too. We used to play quite a bit of after hours and try to be more patient, wait for bigger moves, hold on to a single micro for hours and see what you can get. My wife has managed to get some really big trades by doing that. She's had, I think she got one was like, she did like a 600 or 700 point trade on one of the big days. She had a big short where I think she got like 700 points or something on one of we had a big move day, and she'd been in since overnight, and we just couldn't believe it. But yeah, it just kept going down, and she had just moved the green take profit way down. It was just slowly moving her stop, locking in profit, and giving it plenty of room, and she ends up taking this big old trade. So yeah, she's much better about the patience than I am, but I'm working on it too. I had that patience last night where I just ignored it and just let it do its thing. I wasn't like trying to stay awake with it. I used to stay awake a lot of times with overnight trades, and try to manage it and try to add to it and stuff like that. And yeah, I'm trying to get away from all that, trying to get away from sizing up, trying to get away from the quick scalping with size. I've been doing that for a while. I've been scalping with size for a while. I'll get up to like 5 to 10 micros and scalp out, $300-$400 trades, sometimes $1,000 trades. I was doing that for pretty much all of 2025, but it really started to catch up with me towards the end of 2025. I was blowing a lot of evals, and then January, February, we're starting to get these crazy market moves, and it's been rough. It's been really rough. I've gotten chopped up really bad, and the sizing up, of course, just made it worse. So once I had blown 3 PAs earlier this year, like quickly, just like in rapid fire succession, and then I knew I had to slow down after that. And then Apex announced that they were cracking down on their rules and stuff. It wasn't like they changed the rules. They're just saying they've got this automated thing with the computer spotting your MAE violations and stuff like that. And I think I had gotten the MAE violation back towards the end of 2025, but I wasn't trying to get a withdrawal or anything anyway. But I did, once I got that MAE, I did try to do better about don't go into too much drawdown. That was my MAE every time. I did too much drawdown like every time that I got that. I think I got it like 3 times. I don't know, 3 or 4 times I think I got the MAE last year. But I was never trying to do any withdrawals. I'm still just trying to build my accounts, and yeah, we gotta rethink it. We gotta be more patient now. They canceled the old kind of accounts like I have, and you have these new accounts that have payout caps. So my whole thing of trying to build up to like 100 grand, I wanted at least one of these PA accounts to build up nice and big, hopefully to 100 grand, and be able to get a really nice big lump sum payout all at once, and learn to really be patient and size up, and the whole grow an account thing. I've talked about this on recordings before, that Daryl Martin talked about it, the owner guy of Apex talked about it, that we're supposed to be learning to discipline and steady build your account. You're not looking for these big home run trades and stuff like that. Daryl Martin, if you look at old Apex videos from back when Apex first started, he's got some stuff on there, some content on there on his Apex YouTube channel that talks about the strategy of using micros, using the trade copier for your leverage instead of sizing up on your account with more contracts. He talks about the be patient and build your account, and that's the end goal, is to learn how to take your money, even a small amount of money, and build it up into a big account. And I've taken that to heart, and I've been trying to do that for these past few years. But yeah, I'm obviously still lacking in discipline, lacking in understanding overall with trading. So doing my best with it, but I definitely need to do a better job with the pick better entries, be more disciplined with entries, uh, be more be more steady with the I guess patience overall, the patience for entries and exits and everything. You got to be patient for everything, patient for the setups, patient for the exits. You got to be patient for everything, I guess, really is what I'm still just having to work on so much. And of course, the not letting your emotions get the best of you, and getting into like revenge trading and stuff like that. So yeah, still working on it. I've been doing a lot better though. Just a couple trades, and I haven't been trying to like trade every account either. I'll do like a couple trades on only one account, and I'll take a few losses, and I'll have a losing day on that account, and I'll just be okay. I'm done. I just call it quits. And like I said, this has been going on for the past few weeks now. A couple weeks ago, I had one week where I had made a little bit of money. It wasn't much. I think I had like a $300 or $400 week for the whole week. It wasn't good. I had a couple losing days, but a couple winning days. It was a mixed bag, but at least it was a green week. And then following that, though, it was just red every day for a couple of weeks, pretty much. I think there was one small green day in there. So yeah, I'm doing good to not get down on myself and get hard on myself like I used to. I used to beat myself up and be real hard on myself, and I keep making these stupid mistakes and being mad at myself and everything. And I'm now getting to the point to where I'm like, okay, I know why I make these mistakes, and I just have to stop making these mistakes, and I don't beat myself up. So hopefully it's going to start to pay off a little bit better here. Had a decent day today. I only traded on two accounts, but I made over 200 on both accounts. I made 200 on one. I made like 230 on the other one, or 240 I think on the other one at the end of the day here. But the smart trades is the key. Taking smart trades is the key, and I think I'm gonna have to watch out more for these after hours things, because the volatility of Trump tweets, it's just insane what's going on. He's willing to just say anything, and they keep talking about too these insider trades. There's apparently some big trades placed on oil, and who knows where else trades were placed ahead of time, because guys had the heads up from Trump or his people or Kushner or whoever is spreading the word of what Donald's going to do. But there's a good group of guys connected to this that they're really making a killing off of this as he plays around with the market. You can just picture Trump telling people, "Oh yeah, watch me pump the market here as I tweet about the war." I mean, this guy clearly enjoys the power, and is doing whatever he can to use as much power as he can, and act as much as a dictator as he can. This stuff is pretty crazy. So even if you want peace in Iran, I don't think this was the way to do it. But hopefully the end result is that things end up more peaceful in Iran, which I doubt that's going to happen. But hopefully we'll get a ceasefire and things are more peaceful over there. Maybe they'll end up with better leadership that isn't so. Their leadership is crazy, no doubt, killing protesters and doing crazy Sharia law type stuff that this is dangerous people that are running that country for sure, but we don't need to be flying over there dropping bombs on them in order to influence their government. We need to take care of our stuff at home first. So hopefully folks can understand that war is tragedy no matter where it is. Death is coming for all of us no matter what, and we don't need to expedite the process for anybody. Nobody needs help in dying. We're all going to die anyway. So you're not powerful because you make somebody die. That is not power. Dropping bombs and blowing stuff up, that is not power. True power is the woman's ability to give birth and create life, and I think we should appreciate life much more than we seem to these days. It doesn't matter what people believe or what people think. Let's hope that people can start to appreciate life, all forms of life, because life is precious and death is guaranteed. So, yeah, hopefully we can see some more stability in the world, see some more stability in our markets. But in the meantime, I'm going to be taking it easy with the after hours plays because who knows what's going to be said in the after hours that could send the market up or down 1,000 points. And yeah, if you get it right, great. But if you don't, it's just an instant stop. So, no fun. That stuff is no fun. War is no fun. All this stuff. The results of the war, all of it. And none of it is any fun. So hopefully everybody can start to have more positive experiences in their personal lives and their trading lives. Everyone can start to have more positive experiences because I've heard a lot of folks having hard times with the trading in this environment. And I know I'm not the only one stressed about the future for our kids. My son is going to be 7, and I picture a world where they have a draft again. There was some kind of talk about this thing where some senator guy was proposing, I think it was Oklahoma, was talking about, we're going to make you join the military if you don't go to college, basically. They have this thing where if you don't go to college, if you don't go to some kind of trade school, vocational school, if you don't do some kind of after school for high school, they're going to basically make you sign up for the military. I mean, it's crazy stuff that we're seeing right now that I do not want my son to be forced into any of this kind of crap, fighting wars that don't need to be fought, fighting for people who don't have his best interest at heart. I apologize if I've offended anybody in the military, but I'm sorry. If you're in the military and you're fighting for this president, you should be questioning his agenda. We had those people in the Congress that said don't follow illegal orders, and if you're in the military, you should just check it out. Do a quick search. How many of Trump's orders have been considered illegal by judges just in the first year? He has already done an incredible amount of orders that judges have deemed it unconstitutional, illegal, etc. So yeah, this stuff that he's doing is let's just hope that people start to realize how detrimental he is and what a dictator he is, and we start to see some positive change in our country too towards leadership that actually has an understanding of how things work and has the benefit of the greater good in his heart rather than his own selfish benefit. So, yeah, that's my little political rant for today. And sorry if I offended anybody. I, of course, support all the troops. My brother was a Navy man back in his day. He's no longer with us. Rest in peace. But I obviously disagree with a lot of the agenda that our leadership is putting our military up to. It's like I don't judge the guys that are actually in ICE. I'm not judging the guys in ICE. I judge the leadership that are putting them up to no good, the leadership that aren't training them well or screening them properly. There's obviously been poor leadership all throughout this administration that is harming our country greatly. So hopefully we can start to see some positive changes in regards to our own government and our own politics here in our country, and start to have some stability again, and everybody can get back to a little bit safer, steadier trading rather than such volatile, crazy times. So best of luck to everybody, best wishes to everybody, and be patient with everything, I guess.